Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Y'all, this is gonna be a fun one today. I got two things going on. Number one, I got this beautiful picanha right here on the board. And y'all know I love smoking a picanha. And number two,
I got you a brand new pit sitting over from Outlaw Smokers. I'm gonna run the pit, you do the seasoning.
let's get to cooking. So y'all, I got this picanha from my buddy Chris up at Louis Deli in Arlington, Tennessee. It's a beautiful piece of meat. What I love about picanha, it's part of the sirloin. So that means it's really lean, but it has an awesome fat cap on it. And I'm not taking this fat cap off. That is flavor. When we get it fired up on this new drum and that fat cap gets to rendering down, it's gonna drip on those hot coals and it's gonna make something magical happen. So now we gotta get some seasoning on it. And since Mark's hanging out with me, I'm gonna use some of his Swine Life beef. It is awesome on picanha. I'm gonna start on the fat side because even though we're not gonna really be eating that fat, it's gonna melt, it's gonna render, and what gets crispy is absolutely delicious, but you gotta get some seasoning on it too. Picanha is kind of a cousin to a tri-tip. They all come off that sirloin area, just different locations of it. So it's gonna eat a lot like sirloin, but that fat cap's what makes it special. I'm just gonna pat this seasoning in a little bit. Flip that picanha back over to the fat. I'm gonna use some of my steak rub. I want some of that texture on the fat because when it gets crispy, we're gonna get a little crunch. You'll notice that steak rub's different than just a beef rub. It's a lot coarser. That's what gives us texture. We're gonna flip this over and get that top side. You're not going super heavy with the steak rub. This is really texture and flavor from those coarser seasonings. Now I'm just gonna let this picanha hang out here on the board. Mark's gonna show us how to fire up his new drum. Let's go play with fire, y'all. Now I'm really excited, Mark. We get to fire up a brand new pit today. Now this, our buddy Jay Craig from Outlaw Smokers has come up with his own version of a drum, and you brought me one back from Indiana. It's called the Ringo. It's never been cooked in, right?
Never been cooked in. You get to fire your very first fire in this pit.
Hey, what better way to cook a picanha?
No, whoa. We gotta use the
Okay, it's got the foot pedal. I like that.
Standard 22-inch grate. Simple removal, no big deal there. And then you have your heat diverter. I love this heat diverter because, you know when you're cooking on the grill grates and all that fat's dripping on it?
Yeah.
It smells so good. So we're gonna get this hung on the back out of the way, and then we'll grab our fire basket. That'll hold about 15 pounds of lump exactly, so it works out perfect.
What I really like about it is this shroud he's got in here. It kind of throws all your heat from that fire basket up, and then it only has one air intake.
Correct.
So you're controlling the air intake from this little flapper right here in the front, and the throat of it just pulls it right down.
And it only goes to the fire. It doesn't go into the drum.
So you're not wasting any of the air you're bringing into it.
You have a really, really good control, and it's like a Corvette when it wants to be.
Now, what I like about starting a fire up here at this level, that's a fat boy back saver right there, man. You're not bending your back too much.
That's right. You're not making a mess on your patio, so it makes it easy.
We're gonna put some roll oak lump in it,
That's
man.
right.
In a drum pit, I love using lump. I love that flavor from the meat dripping down on that lump coal, and I can get multiple burns out of that roll oak. I got a couple tumbleweeds ready. We're gonna drop these in. Where do you like to light them?
Just dead center.
Put them right in the middle. You're just dropping it right down in like a regular old drum.
Regular old drum.
I got a little aim of flame. Y'all ready for some fire?
You get that vent opened.
100% there. Do you go ahead and put your diverter on too?
I do before that fire gets too crazy.
When I'm cooking picanha, I usually don't add any extra wood chunks. That royal oak, it's gonna give us all the flavor we need. And I want the flavor to be that meat juice dripping, rendering out of that picanha, dripping down, hitting those hot lump coals. That's where I'm getting my flavor today. So Mark's got the grill ready for us. I've got this picanha looking good. It's starting to sweat in, but we still got that crust on it from that seasoning on top. I'm just gonna put this dude dead center. Listen to that sizzle, y'all. This Ringo is supposed to put some flavor on that picanha. So the main thing, Mark, I don't wanna overcook this picanha. You can mess it up. So we're looking for, that 128, 130. We want it to kind of carry over a little bit. So what I wanna do is bring it up kind of slow. I mean, we're running 275, 300 right now. That's smoking temperature on a drum. That's right where you want it. We're gonna keep an eye on it, put a probe in it, probably about 30 minutes. And then as it gets up there, I'm probably gonna take it off and let it rest a minute. And then we're gonna let this thing run wide open and see what it can do to sear it, to where you get that fat really crispy, get a nice texture on the outside without overcooking it. So our picanha has been smoking away at 275. We verified that by putting the thermometer right in that top stack. So the dial is matching the top at 275. That's where we want it. This is where we want to start watching those internal temps, Mark. So let's get little probe action going. We're wanting to get this thing up to about 128, 130 degrees, so we want a probe in it, that way we don't overshoot it.
So I always, as a guy, I know about where to go.
We're about 94 degrees right now. I got it set for 128. We're gonna take it up to there, and then we're gonna rest it. All right, y'all can see we have popped 128. That's as far as I want to take it, because I know it's gonna carry over. So Mark, let's lift this dude up. Listen at that sizzle. That ain't nothing but goodness right there, Mark. Let's get this dude out. We're just gonna set it on a pan. So I let that picanha sit there with the probe in it till it dropped to 127. That was below where I took it off the grill, 1 degree. We opened this Ringo up and let it get screaming hot. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a hot bed of orange coals down there. What we're gonna do, Mark's gonna grab that picanha. We're gonna go meat side down first. Look at that fat cat, Mark.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, and we're just gonna close the lid. And this is only gonna take about a minute. We're gonna look at it. We don't want it to go too far. We're not trying to really get the internal temperature up. That's why I let it fall down. We're just trying to get some sear on top to get that crustiness going at those seasonings we put on it. All right, Mark, we've been down about a minute. I don't want to oversear it. Oh no, we're doing fine.
We're good.
Let's go fat side a little bit.
Now it's finna get exciting. You wanna look at some fat?
Yes. Do I? Ooh, it's
Oh, it's
sizzling,
getting there,
baby. It's
starting to
getting there.
sizzle.
It's getting there. Let's go back down that side. What we're gonna do, I like doing a minute. That way it don't get away from you.
All that picanha fat is very, very volatile. You know it'll flare up. It don't take much.
Time for another flip. Man, I want to try that.
I know.
Fat. It
It
ain't
looks so
right. It
good.
ain't just right. Oh, we're getting there though. We're getting some sear action. Think we got some sizzle now, Mark?
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that char, that fat. That's what I want.
Woo. She's hot.
Smoked picanha. Let's eat. So the grain was running vertical on it, which means it's running this way. So the first thing I do, I really want y'all to see the center of it. I'm gonna cut it in half. Then we're gonna take it and let you see it. How'd it do? How'd it do? Oh man, that's about perfect medium rare right there. Look how juicy it is. Can y'all hear that fat crispy on top? Let me cut us some slices of this dude. I just wanted y'all to see what it looked like in the middle. But all we're gonna do is take it. You can cut it as thick or as thin as you want. I'm going about like a brisket slice. Perfect
It
little
don't get
slice.
much better than that.
You want to grab a piece, Mark?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's tendernism. Look at that.
I don't know what to say.
Picanha. My God, it's just so good. Smoky, charred.
But I will say that is probably the most tender picanha I've had.
It
That
is
fat
very
has
solid.
such a good flavor.
Fat makes it, gives it all the flavor.
A solid cook.
Solid
Very, very
cook.
solid cook.
Thank you, brother.
That was good.
Appreciate you coming and helping out today, Mark.
Glad I didn't burn nothing for you.